I thought I'd take a moment and answer a question that I get all the time from partners, and that is, how do I get leads from Microsoft? And hey, look, I get it. We all want leads. Driving top of funnel, driving pipeline, that is key for all of us as Microsoft partners. It's where our success lies, is in our ability to drive people into our funnel and take them through that funnel. And no doubt, Microsoft has access to a lot of the customers that we want to talk to, and getting access to those customers from Microsoft would be a fundamental change, or it would be a material impact to our business, where we could change our revenue model. We could have that proverbial hockey stick in our revenue, going from sort of flat, flat, flat to straight up. But as much as we want that as Microsoft partners, there is a process to figuring out how to get those leads. And there's a formula to it. And what I want to do is talk to you about that formula. But before I share that, I want to set some expectations that this isn't a light switch. You don't just flick a switch and it starts. This is a process. You have to invest in this process, in this framework that I'm going to share with you. And if you do that consistently over time, this will work. So with that, let's go ahead and have a look at the lead formula that I'll share with partners. And this is it. It's very simple. It starts with, you want to get leads. Well, the equation is time plus value, or time times value, is the leads you can get from Microsoft. Now, what do I mean? Time, very straightforward. Again, as I just alluded to, this isn't a light switch. This isn't a magic wand that you just wave once and all of a sudden leads are flying in. This is a process over time, which takes me to the next part of the equation, which is value. And value is where you can change the game with Microsoft. It's where you can change how you're viewed in the eyes of Microsoft sellers, in the eyes of Microsoft in general. If you can bring massive value over time, that is the absolute formula for success in driving leads with Microsoft. But let me talk a little bit more about what the value equation is. So the value equation is really, what are you bringing to the table? And I've talked about this before in my 3R framework, which is, are you bringing revenue, relationship, or are you bringing relevance? So in the value equation, you have to think about, how am I helping Microsoft drive revenue, relevance, or relationships? If you can figure that out, then you have the second half of the equation. Time is what it is. Now, I will say, the more value you can drive, the shorter amount of time that this process takes. So it really, really is important to think about how you're driving value. And when you do that, you can shorten the amount of time it takes. So I hope this helps, sharing this lead formula with you. I've proven it multiple times, both as an individual contributor as well as a co-founder of a Microsoft partner. And now through coaching other partners, this formula continues to deliver. And it's consistent in terms of, the more value you bring, the shorter amount of time. The less value you bring, the longer amount of time this takes. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions,